Aloha and a warm Pacific greetings from the team here at a Pacific morning show here at BluwaveTV. Man, we are super excited. But first of all, man, good morning, team. We've got, of course, the brother Ryan and Hana, and I'll let them introduce our very special guest as well. How are you guys this morning?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
A lovely Wednesday morning.
Yeah, hump day.
Yeah, looking forward to the rest of the week. How about you, Hana?
Yeah, it's a bit of a hard day for me today. Bit of a hard morning, but it's okay. I'm here. I'm alive. Gonna take every day as it comes, but happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm going to give the honors over to Ryan to introduce our very special guest today, all the way from Hawaii.
We
Aloha.
have joining us Palagi Boy Jeremy Hawkins in the studio. How are you today?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
Pretty good.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's so good to see you, Jeremy. I know that you've during lockdown you kind of took yourself back over to back home and
Back
to
to
Hawaii, and now you're back, man. Let us know how you've been. How's Hawaii been? And then you recently returned back from Samoa too.
Yeah, Hawaii's a blessing, man. I'm full-time college student over there, so I'm doing my degree for the social work program. Would love to work with our Pacific community, especially the Kamaki, I'm just doing good with school, just focusing on myself, personal entrepreneurship, and just when I get the free time, come back to New Zealand and Samoa. It's the best places to be for me. And of course, be back with BluwaveTV, right?
Yes,
Right.
for sure. We work very closely with Jeremy. I like your shirt, by the way. Jesus is King. Is that your own merch or is that something you bought?
This is actually something I bought.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I do also make my own merch sometimes, but this one was not mine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can't take the credit for it, but
Yeah.
But Jesus is king.
Yeah, Jesus King. I like that.
But here's a little fact for those of you who don't know. But yeah, Jeremy was one of the hosts for our very first Talanoa, I think Traffic Jams is what it was called. And we did jump onto TikTok and quickly did a live. And that's where I said, you kind of forget about all of the small changes that you make throughout the years. But what I've remembered now, like looking back, now that Jeremy's here, we never gave up.
never give up.
We never gave up, even though
That's
there
the
were
one.
times that I was gonna like, oh my gosh, I'm done. We didn't give up, and even when somebody said, "Oh, you will never make it," we didn't give up. There were changes in how we approached each or different stages of what it was that we were doing, but we never gave up. So
Yeah.
man, it's good to see you, bro.
It's good to see you too, my sister.
But
Blessings.
we always start off with a quote to get you started for the morning, and we hope that it inspires you. So would you like to go first, Hana, or should I go first?
You can go first.
Okay, I've got this morning, straightforward. The best views come after the hardest climb. The best views comes after the hardest climb.
There's always gonna be another mountain. That's a song that reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I heard you singing on the radio one time.
Yeah, definitely
Does
the
that ring
song.
that-
Definitely the song.
Yeah.
I think we always sit there and we're thinking, oh my gosh, this is so difficult. But if you walk up that mountain, it's always so difficult unless you are size 8. Generally, it's quite difficult to get yourself up to the top of that mountain. But when you do arrive, all of that feeling, all of that pain generally goes away, apart from your huffing and puffing. And you look out and you just think to yourself, wow, that view is stunning.
Yeah.
But was it easy to get up there? Nah, it wasn't. So that's my quote for this morning. We'll just go around and see if everyone wants to share a little thought.
I think I could literally attest to that.
Yep.
I think one of the hardest, I enjoy hiking. I
Yep.
enjoy going on long walks. One of the hardest walks I did was hiking to the summit of Mount Taranaki.
Mm.
And
Shucks, how long is that?
the entire walk there and back was 12 hours.
Damn. Damn.
It was it was one of the hardest challenges that I've ever had to do. But on that trip up, it was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. I want to go home. I'm done. And I had scratches on my hands and
Right.
scuffs all over my legs. And I was like, damn, I hate this. But once I got to the top,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything was gone.
Yeah.
I wasn't tired. I had energy. This was just the negativity kind of
Right.
getting me down the whole way. But once I got to the top, it was like, I feel so good.
Yeah.
I feel like I can do it again.
Do you have any footage of that hike?
I've little Snapchat stories, but
Yeah,
most of the time I
man.
was too focused on.
Right. I'm not a 12-hour hiker like Ryan. I will die on a 4-hour hike. But I have been on a 3-hour hike.
Yeah.
And it was the worst time of my life. It was terrible. Like the negative thoughts.
Yeah.
You're going up there like, frick, I bought the wrong shoes. Those negative thoughts just consume you. And once you get to the top, I didn't even care about it. I was like, yep, let's go back down now, guys.
Yeah.
But in relation to what Ryan was saying, that's how I was feeling this morning. Life is a hike.
Yeah.
Life is a hike. And this morning was one of those mornings where I woke up and I was like, frick, life is hard.
Yeah.
I was like, life is hard. And then as you're walking up that mountain to get up, you just kind of have to prompt yourself, like, can you leave there? And just looking down, not
Yeah.
looking too far ahead.
Yeah.
Because if you look too far ahead, you kind of get discouraged by
Yeah.
how far you have to go.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's a really good quote because it
Yeah.
attests to just you have to keep going regardless of how hard
Yeah.
life gets.
I mean, Ryan's explained it. You both have,
Mm.
you either take the wrong shoes, you forget your water bottle. There's
Yeah.
always
Something,
something during that journey. And 12 hours is a long time. But when you get there, that sense of relief. Had you gone back down, what would you, you wouldn't see that.
Yeah,
beautiful
it
view,
would have
right?
been a sucky feeling.
Yeah,
eh?
you'll be just down at the bottom going, okay, you kind of walked 6 hours up halfway.
Yeah,
and you're like,
you went halfway and halfway back.
and you gave up. You didn't see the rewards that was waiting for you.
You know what though?
It's
On that walk, we were traveling. We had met someone at the base of the
Yeah.
mountain, and we walked up with them because we were like, together.
Yeah.
And then, I would say 10 minutes before the peak,
Yeah.
she gave up.
Oh,
She didn't want to move.
No.
She had seen that at one point at the top there was a little cliff face,
yeah.
and she was terribly scared of heights, so she couldn't pass.
Oh,
So at that point, and this was you could see the peak.
yeah.
It was right there.
Oh,
But she decided at
no.
that point that I can't. I'm turning around. I'm going back down.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for her because what can I do?
You should have
Yeah.
offered to lift her the next 10 minutes.
You know what? I carried her bag half the way. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
see.
Much love.
See, good lad.
There's
Good lad.
always those good people halfway through carrying the bag.
Yeah.
I love that. But what are your thoughts, Jeremy, on the quote?
Man, I think personally, in this life, that's a good example. Not just a hike, but whatever you're facing in life right now,
Mm.
whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically, we're all hiking something right now. We're
Mm.
trying to get somewhere, whether it's in school or work,
Mm.
and you're climbing this mountain. And some of us, we give up. I think about the BlueTV and the
Yep.
Bluwave, right? We started off, and there's a pandemic, there's all these struggles, right?
Yeah.
We were on a hike, it's a struggle, we're trying to get to the top, and we kept going and going. And I left, and I came back, and I see that we're at the top of the mountain now. We're seeing this beautiful view with a beautiful team as well.
Yeah.
So, we're at the top now. So, nobody can take that away.
I love that.
Yeah.
What
and-
a good quote.
Yeah. That's I definitely. I don't know. I've been struggling a little bit, but I'm not trying to project my struggles onto anyone. No, I want you guys to have a good morning, but we want you to take it away and be like, you know what, I can do it.
Yeah.
Because you can. That you we're going through this together. So yeah.
Yeah.
So who's next with their quote?
Let's go, Jeremy.
Man, this is a beautiful quote right here. It says, "You cannot change the people around you, but you can change the people you choose to be around." I love that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't try to influence others to see how you see and feel how you feel, but you can put yourself into a position to be around people who feel like you, act like you, and talk like you, which will be a comfort zone. I think that's important because you need to have a group of friends that you can be able to grow with,
Yeah.
develop your life with, and of course you're not going to be around haters trying to fulfill your dreams and trying
Yeah.
to pursue your life. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, nah, that's right. You want to be with someone, and love the word that you use to develop. Because you're right. Those who hate on you, they don't want anything but the worst for you. So
Yeah.
remove yourself. You can control that situation. So if this morning you woke up and you felt like over the past 3 days someone has been that cloud, who's who because that's life. I mean, I'm constantly going through it every single day, the battles of being misunderstood. Right.
Misunderstood.
So you know what? If those people are gonna, if you're gonna be misunderstood remove yourself, man. You can control the situation.
Right.
See you later.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Thank you. Amen to that, man.
Yeah.
Do not
Amen.
judge a book, man. Honestly,
I like when we clap for each other. It's like a therapy session. But I totally agree. Personal responsibility, personal accountability, putting all your power back onto you. So do what you need to do. Be sovereign over your life. Choose who you associate with. And it reminds you of that Bible scripture, 1 Corinthians 15, verse 3. Bad associations spoil useful habits. Habits is the secret to success.
Habits.
Useful
Routines, yeah.
habits, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my 5
Yeah,
cents.
I do like the part where you can choose your friends.
Yeah.
Like, don't think that the friends that you have now, if it's a toxic circle,
Yeah.
don't think that you're stuck there.
Yeah.
You can choose to leave that group. You don't have to kind of associate with the people that are negative towards you.
Yeah.
So yeah, choose your friends wisely.
Yeah, I agree. I think over the past almost 3 years now, I've been very selective. You know who the real ones are, and then you know the ones who say that they haven't done a particular thing or said a particular thing, but then you know in your gut that's like, nah,
Don't feel it.
remove,
And always trust your gut instinct.
Control Alt Delete,
Are
Control Alt
Control
Delete.
Z. Undo.
you frozen? Are you frozen?
Right now I'm not frozen. I'm just gonna Control Alt Delete.
You want me?
Yes, she is frozen.
Are you frozen? I think my bear is broken.
Can we have the Windows sound over this?
Yeah, true. Right? Control Alt Delete, guys.
I'll go. So going on the theme of pop culture quotes,
Yep.
my quote for today is: "For behold, the storm comes, and now all friends should gather together, lest each singly be destroyed." This is a quote from Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, but it holds so much weight. For behold, the storm comes, and now all friends should gather together, lest each singly be destroyed. When things get difficult, it's nice. It's better to have people with you, to have a solid circle,
Right.
and face the difficulty together. Because if you're all by yourselves and all decide that you're gonna take it on yourself, it's such a huge weight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying to rely on others
Yeah.
to get you through times, but I'm saying if you have the circle and the social support to get you through the time, then embrace it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen. No, I like that one.
Like
That's a good one.
Go hand in hand, these two quotes.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
exactly.
do.
Exactly.
Because those people aren't gonna go with you when you go down.
There you go.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sorry, I always refer Bible scriptures, but this Bible scripture refers to that one, and it's a good friend in hard times is better than fine wine and gold.
There you go.
Dang,
Ah.
dang.
Dang.
No. Definitely agree. I like that one. Because you're right. Because you are right. You are right. That's it. I'm not even gonna try, because if I try and relate it to a personal experience, I'm gonna be like, huh? That's it. She's talking about me. Oh yeah, I am talking about you. But yes, yeah, I'm not even gonna elaborate because
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a good quote.
Yeah.
Jeremy, any thoughts?
Man, well, like you said, there's another quote that comes to mind to add to yours. Small minds talk about other people, big minds talk about business and success. So you're not
We
gonna
gotta
have
be
the-
thinking big.
You gotta be thinking
Real
big. I'm not spending my time talking about you.
Yeah,
I'm not sitting around like talking about him or her. I'm just we do our thing,
Yeah.
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 And we're gonna do this together, and we go down together. So it's just like what you said.
100%.
Amen.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful quote.
Man, what an awesome morning sharing all these
Right.
quotes, right? Well, we hope that's one of our quotes this morning for your hump day has sparked something that's inside your heart and has instantly helped you this morning, like instant coffee has for me this morning. But guys, we're going to go into a quick music break. And when we come back, we're going to go into your DMCs because, man, this is going to be an interesting topic because this is one that 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure hand on heart we have struggled with throughout the years. So guys, this is a cover from Vanya Toloa cover, and it's by Livingston and Lani Alo. Stay tuned.
Ese faiva ole alo alo, ese faiva ole moana. A fai tapena e tuli atu, tau taimalana o feile muriva alo e alo e alo e alo e. Le tuli atu e faiva tamatane e alo e alo e. Tuli atu e faiva tamatane. A fai e te se wale manu. Tau tai e se e tanga ile ngalu. Pei faiva tatai mai manatu natu. Fai ele nanau ile ai manu manu. A fai e te se wale manu. Tau tai e se e tanga ile ngalu. Pei faiva tatai mai manatu natu. Fai ele nanau ile ai manu manu. From my family, se wale manu tau tai e se e tanga ile ngalu e fai vota tai manatu natu fai ele nanau ile ai manu manu a fai e te se wale manu tau tai e se e tanga ile ngalu e fai vota tai manatu natu fai ele nanau ile ai manu
Ele kele sa ukala e faia leanga ua uma onga faia ku vuncha ele ai se vai pangoa nga kele I faia I sanga launga a makama I kofi o ka makangi nga ye feka lai fo ingai fai pule manga ku ngaku isi anga womungi malonga kama ile oli oli mungi nga faa malosi ile mangu samoa koe fangwa o oi ole koa koe li liu kasi le kaimi e manga kuai ai nga matuku matu wherever you are I are na moi mitinga kausi bale fie langa kupulanga kuleia onga samoa ma mau ia lelele kolo ia ola makiva awori fia mau mo se e vai koso ale kamalo e angoa ile mafai kaulia o ngai fa unga avani e tolo
a fai e te se wale manu tau tai e se e tanga ile ngalu e fai volta tai mai manatu natu fai ele nanau ile ai manu manu a fai e te se wale manu tau tai e se e tanga ile ngalu e fai volta tai mai manatu natu fai ele nanau ile ai manu manu e fai volta tai mai manatu natu fai ele nanau ile ai manu manu e fai volta tai mai manatu natu fai ele nanau ile ai manu manu.
Welcome back to our Pacific Good Morning Show. Good morning to everybody out there, whether you're at home, on your way to work, or you're just chilling and having a nice day off today. But today we have the amazing Palagi Boy, Jeremy Hawkins, in our Bluwave Blue TV studio. And we're so happy to have you on.
Thank you guys.
Palagi Boy, very well known amongst the Samoans. I've gotten to know Jeremy myself, like yesterday. We had a really good discussion. But Jeremy, online, like, you know, a lot of people think that you're culturally appropriating Samoan culture, that you just want to be Samoan because you get a lot of attention because of your skin color. But, you know, getting to know you personally, I think that's quite the opposite of how far you've come in your own journey. So could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where were you raised?
Yeah. So I'm 29 years old. I was born in Chicago, Illinois in 1992. To be honest with you, I don't know anything about Chicago. I was just born there. We, my family, my father, mother, and my brothers and sisters, we moved to Australia when I was a young boy. I lived there till about 5 or 6. And living in Australia, my best friends were Maori, you know. So I was around Maoris when I was a young kid. That's my early first childhood memories, you know. If you guys think back, what's the longest you can remember back? Like, just think of the first thing you can remember. Some of us can't even remember until we were 5. So for me, those were my first memories, was Pacific. And we moved from Australia. We went to Utah, to the United States. And as we went there, we actually visited the islands. I was in Tahiti. I was in Samoa and Tonga as a young boy. And something interesting about that, my mom and dad, they like to go ka'a. They like to go have fun, you know, vacation. So when I was a young kid, I was actually dropped off at some of the Polynesian aunties and uncles' houses. And they used to like watch over me. So I'm this like 5-year-old, 6-year-old white kid, no Polynesian background. I'm looking at these big brown people, beautiful brown people, holding me. And what's a young boy supposed to think? It's going to influence you, you know, right? And we moved to Utah. Unfortunately, my parents divorced, big divorce. It hurt the kids a lot. Growing up in Utah, from the time I was from year 1 to year 12, I was around Polynesians. Every day, all the time. My best friends were Tongan. I grew up with Tongans, did all the things with the Tongans. And one day I actually came across a Samoan family when I was about 13 years old, let's say 12 years old. And I went over there, and they were very generous, very loving people, very caring people to me, you know. Unfortunately, growing up as a kid, I did not have a good relationship with my father or my mother, you know. So a young boy trying to find a purpose, trying to find a future, you grow up with Polys, and it becomes your family. You know, they used to call me Foster, like a foster kid. That was my nickname. It wasn't Palagi Boy, it was Foster. You know, like,
That's such a Samoan humor thing to do, eh?
They'd be like, hey, Foster, what are you doing? It was cool, because I used to like grow my hair and have them try to like braid it and everything like that. And I was like a little Polynesian version of Eminem, you know? And I went to this Samoan family's house one time. We used to play basketball, and they took me in. The mother woke up one day, and she made this food, and I'm looking at this food. It was like a ball. I'm like, what is that? She said, Jamie, this is Samoan pancake. I was like, pancake? What's that? It's a Samoan pancake. And I tasted that pancake. It was the best pancake I ever had in my life. So at that time, I started loving these Samoan people. And they used to tell me, Jamie, I didn't understand what that meant. But as I started living with this family, they said, we are your family. And all the Polynesians in the community called me their family. So you got to consider, do you want to stay in a broken home with no father figure, no mother figure, or do you want to be around the people you feel in love? So I started being around that for so many years. Unfortunately, when I graduated from high school, I was getting in a lot of trouble. I was an Olavale kid. I went to a school for kids trying to fix their life. I did that for about a year. And I got some money after I graduated from school. I went straight to Samoa because I wanted to connect with some of my friends over there.
And can I just, you're not putting enough emphasis on that.
Yeah.
So once he graduated school, he could do anything he wanted. He could go anywhere, and he chose to go to Samoa. So like with the money that you had left.
Yeah, well, the honest truth is the only life I knew was Samoa and Tonga. But I had a more closer relationship with Samoan people.
Right.
When I was a kid, they used to have me read the Bible with them in Samoan. They used to write down words for me to learn. I could understand, but I couldn't speak. You know, it's different things, you know. And as I was at that stage, unfortunately, I was getting in trouble. Like, I was an Olavale kid. I paid off all these court fines. I paid off all these things I had to do, community service. And I was at my troublemaker school, and they gave me a choice. They said, you can go back into society, and we'll give you a house, give you a job, give you a place to stay and all that. And we'll give you this money. They gave me $1,200. That paid for my one-way ticket to Samoa. I didn't know. I just had to get away because I had bad friends like we were talking about. I needed something new. Get off the map. I literally just flew straight to Samoa. I called my family over there and said, hey, okay, I'm going to Samoa. I went to Samoa back in 2013. This was my second time in Samoa. The beginning of the year, I just flew straight to Samoa. And the people were it was different. It wasn't the same environment. Growing up in the States with polys, it was different than growing up in Samoa with polys. And I thought it was really like living in Samoa, man. It was a huge culture shock for me. But it made me who I am today, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was your experience like when you landed in Samoa? What did you do?
Man, first day I woke up, I saw the banana trees around me. I saw the kalo and all that. I was like, solid. I'm in Samoa. And I was in American Samoa, to be exact. And living there, first few weeks was pretty nice.
Yep.
But then it hit me.
Yeah.
You're living in Samoa.
Yeah.
You're living here. You got to be a Samoan now. Because a lot of people I was around, they couldn't speak English. So with the little skills that I had in Samoan, I had to evolve it, develop it. I had to be able to communicate. Because when somebody's telling me something and I don't know how to reply back, it's very frustrating.
Yep.
That feeling like you want to say something, but you don't know how to put that into words.
Yeah.
So that was my experience when I first went to Samoa. I went there, I got a job at a hardware store called CBT. I was working at this hardware store. And man, everything was just in Samoan.
Yeah.
But like they didn't see me as like somebody to speak English to. They're like, we're speaking Samoan to him because he can understand it. They didn't treat me like, they didn't speak to me like, oh, we're going to hold back our Samoan because he's white. Like, no, we're going to speak to him more because we want to help develop his language skills. People over there didn't like, they noticed I was white, but they didn't hold back the Samoan.
Yeah.
They still gave it to me, you know what I mean? So it was being fed to me. You know, it wasn't something that I was like trying to like look for. It was just coming to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Yeah.
But it just sounds like, I think our Samoan people should be proud.
Yeah.
They've helped you. They've helped mold you to this person you are today. And yet, here we are. Here we are. Bringing him down.
Well, the way I see it is that I didn't have a father figure in my life. I haven't seen my father for like 17, 18 years. And my mother, I'm not too close to her. I don't really talk to either of them. I would like to hope to talk to them one day, but I'm not in a position yet. I would like to get into a place where I can talk to them. But Samoa was basically my father and my mother. A lot of mother figures, a lot of father figures in this culture that were there for me when I didn't have a family. So it's kind of like some people, they accept you into this culture. We're your family. But at the same time, other people see that and say, hey, we don't want him here. But somebody else brought me here. I didn't bring myself here. Somebody else brought me here, you know? But some people might look at it, it's like, oh, what was he doing? Why is he speaking Samoan? Why is he in Samoa? Why is he representing Samoans? Oh, you guys brought me here. Maybe not you, but your family did. So,
Yeah.
So like the name Palagi Boy, you know, I had no problem with it. I was like, oh, it's Palagi Boy.
Yeah.
But like obviously people were saying, oh, he's just doing that because he likes the attention of being. How did you come to get that name? If that makes sense.
Well, when I was in Samoa, I worked with Samoans. You got to realize in Kukuila, they're American Samoans, but today, a lot of people there are from Apolo and Vaai. And a lot of people I was around didn't speak English. They speak Samoan. So back in Samoa, they used to call me Palagi Samoa. They didn't call me Palagi Boy, they called me Palagi Samoa. So I was used to it, right? And it got to a time, in 2016, I served my mission for my church. Not in Samoa, but in Alaska. I didn't serve my mission in Samoa. And so people were like, oh, no, that's not true. I was in Alaska for 2 years. And when you go there, people ask, where are you from? You know, they call you an elder. Elder, where are you from? Like, oh, I just came from Samoa. They're like, what? You're white, but you speak Samoan. It was the craziest thing.
Yeah.
And I finished my 2-year mission. I went back to Samoa. And I had a lot of friends on Facebook. I was like, okay, I'm back in Samoa. I'm going to show everybody what I do in Samoa. I literally took a coconut one day and opened it.
Yeah.
And put it up online. I didn't know anything about viral or famous or not. I just put it up to show my friends there. And I met a lot of friends in Alaska, right? And I put up the video. It got over 600,000 views. And it became like a big deal. I was like, this was before TikTok. I didn't even have an Instagram. I just put it up.
This was like Facebook was fresh.
This was when Facebook was like the thing, you know?
Yeah.
You know, MySpace just died. It's like,
Yeah.
you know? And I put it up. And the people were like commenting. That was the first time I got a video over like 1,000 likes. Before that, I never had anything 1,000 before.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
100. If I got 100, I was like happy. You know?
Yeah.
So if I got 100, it's like I feel cool.
Yeah.
You know? And I posted it up, and it went viral. And I was like, what the heck is this? And I was like, man, God is giving me something right now. And I posted it up, and I left Tutuila. I went to a Polo in Savai just to go kafau. And I was at the markets, and these people walk up to me. Hey, are you that guy from the video?
Yeah.
Oh, can I take a picture with you? I was like, oh, okay. You know, I was like, okay, I wasn't used to that. And then these people used to bring their daughters to me. Oh, Palangi, lelo fasamo, feololo. So kamalea, le lang fasamo, ka susanga wo. Ay, mga pikiro ng fumalo kamalea. It's just the daughter, like,
Yeah.
you know, no finger like I was like, oh, I just met you. I was like,
Yeah, that's weird.
The offering of
but
our
like,
Samoan people,
no, but
right?
like, but they did that.
Quite extreme.
They used to do that to me like a lot, and I still get it today.
Yeah.
And the thing is that like I didn't ask for that. I just posted up a video, but then people saw my face.
Right.
And they start coming up to me. So Facebook had all these people, like you're getting followers, right? And it stops at 5,000. I was like, oh, I can't add anybody. So I was like, oh, maybe I should make a page just to add more friends.
Right.
I wasn't trying to make videos or anything. I was just trying to have more friends. And I made the page. I put Palagi Samoa, but then I didn't use it for a whole year. And then I went back to Samoa and made a video with a blind guy. He's just playing his guitar. I was like, okay. I looked at the page and I named it Palagi Boy. Changed the name.
Yeah.
Then I started that page, just a few hundred followers, right? And then I made a few more videos. They went viral, and it just grew from there. I was working in Hawaii at the Polynesian Culture Center as a tour guide, just trying to make money for school, right? Every day I went to work, Polynesians would come up to me from Samoa, New Zealand, Australia, America. Like, hey, are you that Palangi guy? Oh, you're kind of short, man. I thought you were taller. I was like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm short. Hey, can I take a picture? It's like, okay. Like, I wasn't asking for it. It just happened.
Yeah.
And I met this lovely family from New Zealand, took them on a tour around the Polynesian Culture Center. And like, you should go visit New Zealand. You'd have a good impact over there. I was like, okay. So I did that. I bought a 3-month ticket to come to New Zealand. I literally showed up here, visited some of my friends that I met here. And Seyo Oriana messaged me, Mel, beautiful Mel, lovely individual. She messaged me, hey, Palagi Boy, I heard you're in New Zealand. Can you model for us? I was like, okay, yeah. I never did that in my life. And the way they were talking to me, they were talking like business related.
Yeah.
So I didn't know anything about that. You know, I just came here, right? And that's how I met Martin in BluwaveTV. He was there. They were filming. And they asked me to do more projects. And then it kind of just grew from there.
Yeah.
I never really asked for it. It just happened, right? And the Samoan people were the ones who put me into that position.
Yeah.
You know? They're the ones who taught me the language. They're the ones who taught me the feaus. They're the ones who taught me the culture. And they're the ones who brought me in. I never told them to follow my page. Samoan people chose to follow the page because they liked something.
Right.
I can't force somebody to follow a
Yeah,
page,
exactly.
you know? My page right now is over 105,000 followers. But I never promote any negativity or negative things.
Absolutely.
It's just
Yeah.
positive vibes.
I have
you know?
never seen anything negative from you, from
Yeah.
your page. So, like,
Yeah.
when I saw the comments, I was like, oh, I think people are just purposely misunderstanding you. But I think your story is so beautiful. Like, especially coming from a rough background, not having a father figure or a mother figure that you could, just have a healthy family environment. Instead, you found that in Pacific people, Samoan and Tongan, and they opened their homes to you, they opened their hearts to you, and you found connection through that. And I think that's so beautiful.
I think it's beautiful too, and I hear you. Like you've said, you didn't ask for it, and I think that's what you've been saying right through. You didn't ask for it, and I really believe, because I know I know you quite well, and we've done a lot of work together, Jeremy.
Wonderful.
But I also know that every single time we've spoken about something, you've always mentioned how it's God's purpose for you. So I truly believe that. I really think our Samoan people, our Pasifika community, should really, really embrace this and say, well, maybe this was God's way of kind of like planting a seed in you that
Mm-hmm.
we've had a massive contribution and you've influenced so many people. But again, that's life, someone's always going to have that
Well-
negative. But you've never, since I've known you, I've never ever heard you say anything negative about, anyone.
Yeah.
You've posted, apart from our own personal where we discuss where that's quite personal, and it's not, but you've never had anything negative. It's just been your own personal
I'm just doing
things.
me.
Yeah.
That's minding my own
Yeah.
business.
Exactly.
And I say, oh, I go to New Zealand. Oh, he's in New Zealand. Oh, he's in Hawaii. Oh, he's in Samoa.
Yeah.
And I say, I'm just living my life, man.
But had this been somebody else, though,
Yeah.
like I know are other people out there who have a similar story to yourself, who no one else would ever throw stones or anything because they're not in that space the same way as you are. So, guys, what's the difference? Gosh, just trying to understand.
And like it throwing it back to the intro where there's a difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation.
Amen.
And like listening to your story and right from as a child you were immersed in the
Yeah.
culture. You weren't like watching it online. You were
Exactly.
looking at it from a
I want to be a
distance.
gangster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Gangster, yeah.
exactly.
You grew up with it.
Yeah.
And that's the key difference.
Yeah.
Like that's where the appreciation started.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you chose to go to Samoa when you
Yeah.
could have chosen, like, not even Samoans choose to go to Samoa
Nah.
after college. Like, that's
I
not a
just
thing.
wanted to visit some old friends. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know I'd be there that long.
Mm.
And when I came to New Zealand, I didn't know I'd be here this long.
Mm.
I thought it was first time I came. I had a 3-month trip.
Yeah.
COVID came.
Yeah.
It turned into 2 years. So you got to make the most of your time.
Yeah.
But here today, like I was in Samoa recently. I'm sitting there minding my own business, and different pastors, different whaiwheaos, they come up to me like, like different pastors, right? Or from Palangi, if you put Sakama now, I'm just minding my own business.
Yeah.
I don't walk up to them and say, "Oh, can I take a picture with you?"
Right.
They come up to me and say that. And even in New Zealand, like sometimes people will stop their car and
Yeah.
get out for a picture.
Yeah.
And I'm minding my business.
I've experienced that.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh,
Jeremy, no.
yeah, and like,
Experience that.
but like the thing is that
No, as in I've seen it happen.
Oh, yeah,
I have no.
in
No,
like,
I've been
alright.
with Jeremy. I've been with Jeremy.
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah.
people have jumped out of the car
Yeah.
and they've asked me to take the photo of them. And I'm like,
It's the celebrity life.
but
it's
to
a
be
super-
honest though, sometimes it's nice to get attention, but sometimes they think you're something that you're not.
Yeah.
Or they think there's something in their own opinion of you.
yeah,
And it can be when you're walking places and people are looking at you and they're studying you, and it can be uncomfortable sometimes.
yeah,
They're like looking you up and down, and they feel like they can talk to you in a way that you don't usually talk to somebody when you first meet them. But for me, I'll go to the Mangri Town Center or Otara markets or whatever, and just walk through, and just people come up. I'm just walking through, and they're giving me stuff, like, and I'm just okay, yeah, just trying to mind my own business. But somebody made a comment on one of my posts. He's like, "Sunday, Jeremy, why didn't you take a picture with my kids?" I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." Like people, they meet you once, and they think you gotta serve them, you gotta do something
Right.
for
yeah,
them. I was in Samoa. I went to Samoa to a church dance, and they make me speak, and then they make me dance, and then all the kids are holding on me. And unfortunately, I couldn't give all my attention to each person
yeah,
because it's kind of repetitive, right?
yeah,
And I get burnt out sometimes. And so that's the thing I go through, right? And if I ever offended anybody, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's
Yeah.
just I might not be the person you think I am because you don't know my story and I don't know your family. But if I see you, I'll say hi to you. But I just can't, too much for everybody,
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
The expectations of you, it's, yeah.
Well, because Palagi Boy is not even real. It's just something I made up. But
Yeah.
it's just who I am. But, I have another life too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people, as they see you and they talk to you, like, why do you want a picture for? Like, why do you want a picture of me? I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because that's just my life now. So I'm just trying to see what can I do with it
Yeah.
and how can I help people.
Yeah. I think it a lot of the generations who have migrated overseas, the Samoan-borns, Samoan blooded people, there's a massive disconnection to like their homeland, to the language. So I think like when they see you, they're kind of like, why does he get so much attention, and why can he speak Samoan but I can't, and I don't even know what my culture is and what my identity is. So I can understand why like people may feel that way about you, but it's such a twisted mindset to be in.
I agree with Hana. I mean, like, you know, you've mentioned it. You know, you've been quite clear with it. You know, you embraced the Samoan language. It was given to you. You know, our villagers, they came and they taught you, and you had two choices. You had, yes, I'm gonna learn and appreciate this language, and you know, and use it so that you can communicate. Or two, I don't have to learn this. And that's all it is. I mean, it's like me. I'm in New Zealand. I've been given the tools and the resources to learn about, you know, how to speak Samoan, right? I can't complain anymore. I can't keep making up these excuses because you've done it. And so why should I sit here and criticize you when these options are available to me? It's up to me whether I want it or not. And if I wanted it bad enough, I would have done exactly what you've done, and I would have taken it with both hands and run with it.
Yeah.
So I really think, you know, but yeah, it's really sad because your story is so beautiful. You've even said that Samoa is where you found love.
Amen.
Samoa is where you have found
A father and a mother.
security, a father and a mother, and
That's like the foundational parts of
yeah,
everyone's life.
it is.
Yeah.
For me, Samoa was everything to me.
Yeah.
Like, they kept me, like, I came here and I was like, I want to meet Vaai Vaetolo. I met him. I spent time with him. I visited schools with him. He was a very key person in my life, just his words and his music. I listened to it, and his words lived inside of me, but I never met him. And I met him. I met him in New Zealand. I was like, Solid, thank you. You inspire me. He's like, this is a Palangi kid. I was like, yeah, you inspire me. You know? And the thing is about Samoa today, it's unfortunate because they look down upon their kids because of me. A lot of Samoan people. And I've been in situations where, you know, somebody will greet me and introduce themselves to me, and they look at their kids and say, hey, Palagi Boy, you're a real Samoan. My kids here are plastic. I'm like,
Damn.
my kids they're Palangis. I'm like, you guys know what I went through to learn the Samoan language was not easy.
Yeah.
It's a very hard language. It's a very hard culture. If you make a mistake in Samoan, it's okay, keep trying. They will okingia to you.
Yeah.
And that okingia in Samoa was just too much sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? Especially because I lived in Samoa. My family, they're from Vaai, Tuimaseve family. They speak Samoan at home, like straight Samoan. Even if I didn't understand what they were saying, I would try to learn a way to understand. Like, hey, auntie, and they try to explain it, right? And it was hard to learn the language because so much criticism. It's a lot of criticism. And I got to this point now where I can speak decent. I'm not at Asiata's level. I don't think many people are.
Yeah.
But I can get by, and I can express a little bit. And I have these parents coming up to me saying, hey, my kids are not Samoan enough, just like our topic today. My kids they're Palangis. And I just look at them, I'm like, man, do you realize that you're hurting your kids by saying that?
Yeah.
And you're destroying their self-esteem. You want them to succeed in life, talk good about them, talk positive about your kids. You know, you came to New Zealand and Australia, migrated out to find a better future. You wanted to have somewhat of a Palangi life, but you're making fun of your kids because they're living a Palangi life. And I never understand that logic because I've had kids, I've worked with kids in the schools, and you know, I see the impact that it has on them to have somebody like me who can speak the language fairly well, but they're lacking that. And it's hard. You can't be too hard on your kids for that because you should focus more on them succeeding in life rather than trying to have them focusing on these two things.
Right.
Because no matter how successful they'll be, they'll never be good enough because they're lacking certain parts of their culture. Which is good. I do promote learning your culture. I do promote, you know, speaking Samoan is beautiful. But you got to be more patient with them because...
Yeah. And I think we need healthier language.
Yeah.
And not like healthier like how they should talk, but how we teach and how we encourage our, because like Samoans, we love to laugh, right?
Yeah.
But laughing comes at the expense of someone else.
Yeah.
Like you're mocking someone and then it goes back and forth and they're mocking you and we all just have a laugh about it. But like sometimes it can really like trigger people's youth's mental health
It does.
when they're constantly being told or laughed at, but they hardly hear any good words. And then the only time, like Jeremy was saying this yesterday, the only time we hear good words or Samoan youth hear good words is when their parents are in front of another family and they're competing and they're like, oh, yeah, look, they are graduated with a Bachelor of Honors, and then you're like, oh, my mom's speaking nice about me. Like, so it's that I feel like, yeah. Only when it needs to be like on a competition level is when they speak highly of their kids. But I feel like that is something, I wouldn't tie it to culture, but I would say it is a common attitude.
Yeah, it is.
It's an attitude. Samoan culture doesn't really teach that. It's more what the people develop themselves.
Yeah.
More Samoan culture doesn't write down and say, this is what we're teaching you. But it's a personality that people have developed over time.
But it is common, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I get it all the time. And it's like, kau leva, kau lelo fa Samoa. And I'm like, wow. Let me tell you something. I was born in New Zealand and we came to New Zealand for a reason. Because our parents...
You didn't put yourself here.
Yeah, our parents wanted, or at the time thought that this was the absolute best that they're giving to us. And I understand why they've done what they've done.
Yeah.
But, and I've mentioned it on previous shows, now I'm like at that stage where I really, really love the Samoan language. I would love to learn it. And I have been slowly. I've, a few classes, my phone has switched off on Nasiata randomly. But I'm trying. I'm not there yet, of course, but I'm trying, and I think that's all that matters. So, to all of our young ones out there, just keep trying, I know not all of us can block out the plastic. We get it all the time. Well, plastic is like the bottle that that's plastic. We're flesh. We hurt,
Yes.
But I just reckon just keep trying. Surround yourself with positive people, because I know that even though I can't speak, I mean, Palagi Boy knows I'm like sitting there and I'm asking, but I've never been embarrassed to ask Jeremy for help. Jeremy, how do you? And someone who's loko mama would have said, how can you ask Palagi Boy when he's not? How can you? Because I don't have to. I don't have to question. That's just because I trust that Jeremy's,
Yeah.
I noticed, like, I've been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, Samoan culture is a very, very beautiful thing. If done properly and correctly. Yeah. It's like the most beautiful thing.
Yeah.
The culture is all about helping and loving and, supporting somebody that's in need. But we can take that in our own natural pride, and each of us can take those things and change it.
Yeah.
And like for me, I just like all three of you, my lovely Pacific Islanders, it's been a blessing to be amongst you. But the fact is that where I'm at today is, even last night, I'm just standing in the line waiting to order some food. This older gentleman walks up. He's like, "Sale malo so, what am I?" What am I supposed to say? "Oh, I'm doing good, sir. Thank you. How are you?" "It's a blessing to see you, sir." He's like, "Hey, say fa Samoan, Mike." Like, I can't not speak Samoan because they want. It's respectful to speak it.
Yeah.
And they it's like it's required now.
Yeah.
It's like, "Sale, bye. I will give you palangi lo." They give it fa Samoan, Mike. Like le fa Samoan. So I just have to be able to. I can't not do it. So how can somebody tell me to stop speaking Samoan when Samoans are speaking Samoan to me?
Exactly.
How can I not do it,
Yeah.
How can I look at them and pretend I'm not understanding what's going on?
Nah, I totally understand that. But thank you so much, Jeremy, for sharing your story with us and trusting us with your story. That's such an intimate, valuable part of your life. But thank you for that. I'm so much value drawn from that one story, and we're so happy to get to know you. And I hope people watch this and break down all the misunderstandings that they have around you and the type of person you are, even though it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna
But-
live my life.
Yeah, we're just gonna go into a music break and we'll be right back with our Did You Know and our Sticky Sitch.
Sa ulo mata le tele time o te fisu I le whainga le lalo o le sami e whana le langi whalonga ka under the stars maybe I could take you there well someday you'll be there Tamaiti awa tangi be ai ta'alo I le afi high seas tease and hiding surprise but the only angel house gets inside Whalonga under the stars maybe I could take you there well someday you'll be there Masina o fongo ele ngoa maliu Pai tafe o le niu Malua ele la Le ata le o te pe Ata pe loi mata ua mo atu Umailo li matato e pa I le pota I tai o vai pasisi balo ua fia fianga I la lo le la o le po Maingi no tingala e toi titito
back to your Pacific Morning Show here on BlueTV. It's been an absolute honor pleasure to have Jeremy, and also Jeremy share his very intimate story. It's and share about how beautiful and loving Samoans are. Did you know? But let's move. And we hope you enjoyed that beautiful song there to get you through your morning. But let's get straight into Did You Know? Because we all know that there's sometimes we need that little bit of information to get you through your day. So I'm going to start because I'm really fascinated by my Did You Know? Did you know there are more bacteria in your mouth than there are people in the world?
What?
I know. I'm so. I know, and I'm being for real. There are
What?
more.
I need to do a fact
That's
check.
before you brush your teeth.
No, I no,
No, just like in general.
just in general.
Can you brush them
So
away?
you're saying all the mouths in the world have more bacteria than 50 times 50 planet Earths?
There are more bacteria in your mouth than there are people in the world. But
Oh, people in the world.
yeah.
Sorry.
People in the world.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
People in your world.
No, people
in the world.
the
So like
world.
what are we
Is it
setting at a population? 6
7
billion?
seven-
6
Yeah,
billion?
7
yeah.
billion.
Yeah.
So there's more than 7 billion bacteria in your mouth. Ew. That's
I wonder who counted all of those.
some scientist who was fascinated about the mouth. But just
That's an interesting fact. I like that.
It
one.
is.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you... Yeah.
That also has the germaphobes like,
I
know.
know. Now I think I'm going to be a germaphobe.
yeah.
7.
Think
yeah.
about that next time you decide to pash someone.
Or some... No, just,
You're just making me think about.
about all those
Is it the
relationships.
same
you've
bacterias?
been in.
Oh yeah, is it the same bacteria or was it different kinds of bacteria?
Look, bacteria is bacteria. Bacteria in
It's
your
like they're
mouth.
related to each other. Or...
There's a lot. There's a lot of bacteria. So can you, now that you think about it, remember when that, I can't remember what it was. I think it was a TikTok where there was always someone that when they would talk that they would spit as well. Like that's bacteria too. So, have you ever had that happen to you when someone's busy talking to you and then like little specks of their saliva hit your face?
I'm
Wow.
guilty. I've spat on a few people.
That's a few billion.
That's 1 billion.
That's 1 billion.
germs.
But that's my Did You Know fact for this morning. Over to
man.
you guys.
That was mind blowing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
my
I
one
thought so.
sucks. I don't want to say mine anymore.
Go on.
You go right.
All right. Apple won't let bad guys use iPhones in movies.
Why?
So,
Makes them look bad.
Brandy.
Knives Out director Ryan Johnson says that Apple will permit film productions to use its products on screen, but bad characters can't have iPhones on camera.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And like, talk about branding.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a mental thing.
Yeah, it's a mental thing.
Like, you're going to watch the movie not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But all the good guys have the iPhones, and all the bad guys have like the Samsungs and the Huawei's.
Imagine someone going into the Apple and be like, Superman uses an Apple. Can I have the latest iPhone 13, please? And Batman uses that Apple too. Who knows? It might actually work on some people.
I
eh?
think
Yeah.
it does.
yeah,
I
it
think,
probably would.
I think it's that whole influence that certain people
The subtle
that
influences.
it's quite subtle,
marketing.
but people do notice.
Yeah, yeah.
The small things like,
It's also a spoiler because now if you ever watch a movie and someone has
Now
an
you're
iPhone
gonna-
up, you're like, oh, good guy.
yeah.
It's like there's no twist.
Yeah.
Oi, Sole.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I need to
We're all
get
being
me an-
brainwashed, guys.
They've been doing this since you were a
Everything's all
child.
about marketing, right?
yeah.
Gosh, this morning, Apple phone. Well, I've got a Samsung. You bad girl.
yeah. And 7 billion germs in your mouth.
Don't share my coffee, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeremy. Over
No,
to you.
no,
What
just-
did you know this morning?
I'm still thinking about all those bacteria, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
I've only counted probably 20 of them so far. For me, I was going to do something that everybody does. You guys done the symbol before?
Yes.
Yeah.
The symbol right here, hang loose, shaka, kawabonga. It actually was an accident.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a man named Hana Kalili in Hawaii. Back in Hawaii, there's a statue of him where I work at the Polynesian Culture Center, and he's just standing there like this. The story is he was cutting sugarcane. He was at the sugar mill.
Mm.
He's pushing it through the sugar mill, and he got his hand stuck, and it cut off his 3 middle fingers.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's pushing it through the sugar mill. You know, sugar cane's an industry, right?
Was this like slavery by any chance, or no? It was just work.
I don't know all those details.
Oh, okay.
I just know there's a statue of him standing up there, and he was actually a very respected individual.
Right.
He's one of the uncles. Like everyone loved him.
Yeah.
So the next day they saw him, his fingers were gone.
Yeah.
He was like this, and everybody started doing it because you know who you're talking about when they did this.
And then how did it make affiliation with
Well,
Hang Loose?
Because you realize Hawaii in that specific area is popular like tourism and everything.
Yeah.
So it became a Hawaii symbol because people affiliate with that man from Hawaii,
Yeah.
and it became an emoji. It's an emoji now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too.
Oh my gosh, it is an emoji.
So maybe one day your mistake will make you an emoji.
yeah, Hawaii to the
Ah.
world.
Because people do memes. Those are people's mistakes sometimes.
Yeah, it is usually a mistake that everyone
Yeah.
laughs
Yeah,
about, right?
yeah.
That's
So
what meme
this-
culture
Like the
is.
recent mistake.
Which
Which
one?
one?
The
Don't do it.
We're both looking at you. Which one?
Which one?
Yeah, I became
The
a meme
sticky
one time.
situation. But I can't. Well, there's your did you know? I'm still fascinated by all of the did you know. This
I really
morning.
loved all of your guys' did you knows. I learned 3 new things that I'm probably
I
gonna
know.
tell everyone.
But
Daisy's,
you know,
Daisy's already
Every
listening.
time I'm gonna be very like standing there. Oh, can you move back, please?
Yeah.
Did you know there's like
Now
over
I'm gonna
7 billion bacteria crawling in your mouth?
everyone wear masks.
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
pro mask.
Let's go
now.
back to masks.
Now I know why we're so. Oh,
Why things spread so
I
easily.
know. Well, we might need to. Oh man. Okay, it's been an awesome. There's some facts for you this morning, so hopefully, it gets you through your morning. And man, you can really definitely show off on that one. So you can definitely say, "Hey, boss, not feeling well today because I have 7 billion bacteria in my mouth."
I'm still trying to process that fact. I need a day off.
But sticky situations. We all know, we've all experienced it at some stage of our lives, today, tomorrow, yesterday, or ages ago, and it still comes up. But we've had an anonymous person write in their sticky situation for today, for your hump day, and it goes. We need some background music for this one. My friend of 7 years has been talking about me to other people. What should I do? My friend of 7 years has been talking
Is it bad things?
about me to other people.
In a good way.
It looks like it's bad things.
Yeah.
Wow.
What should I do? Over to you, Hana. It's a hard one, eh? 7? Oh, no, it's not really hard. 7
yeah.
years.
And it depends, like, because I know some friendships, like, they have ups and downs. And I don't know, it's hard. Like,
It's
it depends on you. Like, for me, I got sisters.
Mm.
I got 2 sisters. They're like my besties. So my standard on friendships is very high. Like, I do not accept that. Once I know you do that, I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
I have my sisters. But that's because I have sisters. And I heard a lot of people who do have sisters react similarly as
Yeah.
well. Whereas girls or like people who are raised like only child, or they don't have many siblings, they kind of like drop the standard on what a friend they can accept in a friendship. Yeah, they drop the standard on what they can accept in a friendship. But for me, like, if I find, usually in my experience with all my friends that I've had, if I find out you've been talking mad smack, you're done.
Yeah.
Like, I trusted you.
What does that mean? You're done.
You're done. You're not going to hear from me again.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are done.
Yeah, we're done.
I'm
Yeah.
I don't know if
And
that's a
you're
New
done
Zealand.
now, dude.
And you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, to be honest, in the past, I've reacted very unhealthily.
Yeah.
Because I used to react out of anger when someone would, talk smack about me. And I'd be like, in their DMs, like, blah, 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 blah. And then I'll be exposing them on Twitter. But I wasn't reacting out of hurt. But that hurt still exists. It's just like, now I just know how to respond to it. It's just like, nah, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
Just do it. But I'm the type who just cuts them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut them off.
Yeah.
Like it. Ryan.
Like, at a stage of 7 years, like that's a lot of time and effort you've given to maintain this relationship. that you guys
Information.
have. Yeah. So I think at this point you're close enough to confront them,
Yeah.
to just go up to them and be like, "What's going on? Why did you do this?"
Can I just say I do that before I cut people off as well?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I just want to add that I always
You wanna
confront.
No, you're done.
Honestly, no.
Question mark.
I never leave without an explanation. So I'm gonna ring you and I'm gonna say, "Listen, I heard ABC. Can you explain?" And then, based on their reaction, is how I'm going to judge how we move forward. If I can tell from their reaction that they're sorry and that they actually were genuine about their sorry, then yeah, I'm going to be like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Let's have a tea. I'm not going to say we're going to be besties tomorrow, but let
Yeah.
me recover from this hurt.
Yeah.
But I always confront. Sorry, yeah. Good point, Ryan. Good
yeah,
point,
good
Ryan.
point.
No, like you've just
Yeah.
taken my point.
What's 1 billion?
But yeah, like, and the worst thing you can do is to go around and do the exact same thing back.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
why would you go and start then talking about that person
Yeah.
to other people? That's not helping you. I'm sure that doesn't feel good. It doesn't help the relationship between you two. And then it just creates a really sour situation where
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. I want to fight you on site. Like
Yeah.
that's just what we don't want
Been
to
there,
happen,
though,
right? Yeah.
But absolutely.
But
understand.
confront
Yeah.
them, ask them why, and then if you're not satisfied with the solution, cut it off. Cut it off.
Love it, Ryan. Thank you for that. Well, there you go.
Sticky situation.
Yes.
Man, you know what? It depends, like, does it say, like, what kind of things it was saying? Sometimes bad things can also be true things, too.
Oh.
I like that.
It's like she says something that was true, but it sounds bad because it's embarrassing. This person doesn't really give too much information, but if it's just gossip or, I don't know, but you never know if that friend was also trying to seek a way to help this other person, but it looked like it was gossip. You know? It's like I'm talking to a parent, say, hey, you know, something happened, and then you took it the wrong way, or
Yep.
it was misinterpreted.
I like that.
You know,
Yeah,
so this can go a lot of ways.
exactly.
But like brother said, just get straight to the core of it, and see what's going on, and decide from there.
Wow.
Because they could be concerned about you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may have a
Amen.
drug problem.
Yeah.
Like, why are you telling people about my drug addiction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have an addiction, you know.
Yeah.
But I think in like situations like that, if you've known your friend for like 7 years, right, you know how they like situations addressed. So if your friend says, you know, your friend does not like your problems being aired out because there's some, we're all humans, we're not perfect. There's some sort of insecurity where we don't like our problems, a lot of people knowing our problems. Then that's where your responsibility as a friend comes in. Address it the way that they've addressed it to you to address it, if that makes sense. But don't think because, you know, you felt this is the best way it should have happened, then you're going to do it that way. But out of well, that's how I view friendships. You have to respect each other's like boundaries and how you want things addressed. And I know everyone wants to do what's best, but what's best is not what's always right for the other person, if that makes sense.
Man, I love that. Man, and I love how you have all shared, and I love that you've made sure that, you know, we have an open mind about, you know, the situation. So for me, a friend of 7 years been talking about me. Yeah, I like that. I would definitely looks like everyone's agreed to confront them because you don't know what the situation was. We may have taken it out of content or, you know, whatever it is, it's best to confront them. And then you've known them for 7 years. You will know and you will trust your gut feeling that whatever the outcome, you just do what's best for you. Don't do what you think is going to be the best for both of you. Do what's best for you, because that's my take on it anyway. Confront, and if you don't like it, no solution. Cut. But yeah, definitely do what is best for you. But that's us this morning. We hope today's show has definitely either brightened up your day, given you, food for thought, and just something to process because that's a lot of bacteria in your mouth. But guys, we're going to go. Did you have any final words to share before we shoot off?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning into our show, and we'll see you again.
Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. Passing it back.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you very much for tuning in to Pacific Morning Show. Jeremy?
Hey, good morning. Thank you guys for the show. I know Pea counted all those bacteria herself, so she's really good with numbers. And thank you for tuning in. God bless. Take it easy.
God bless everyone. So fast, so well.
Falungo ka